Josh Hedley.
What's going on?
How are you, man?
Hanging in there. How are you?
I'm doing all right too. I was digging through the guest book at my house, and this doesn't have a date on it, but it's probably 2011 or 12. You see
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah.
The whole crew. Look at good
Look
old
how
Bob Ellis here with his long hair.
look how short Jerry's hair is.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Had to dig that out. Carter, my son, whenever your name comes up when people are talking about music, Carter will say, "He slept in my bed once." And then he pauses and then he says, "I wasn't in it at the time."
Yeah, thanks, Carter.
All right. Well, why don't you start us out by telling us who you are, where you are, and what you do?
Uh, I'm Joshua Hedley. I am a country singer in Nashville, Tennessee. Uh, I've been known to make records occasionally and tour around. There it is, right there. That's the one. I mean, there's a couple, but that's like the one. That's the only full length one. Um, yeah, and I play in honky tonks all around the world.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Because to me, that's such a legacy sort of thing and so uniquely American, or maybe not
Yeah.
uniquely American if you're doing it all over the world.
Well, I mean, the only honky tonks are right here, really, in Nashville. But I try to turn every place I go into one, whether it be just playing my own country music or taking people's requests and stuff. I like to do that a lot. I know a bunch of songs, so I like to play people's favorite songs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool to just be able to say that, um, I'm playing in the same places that a lot of people used to hang out in. Like, uh, Willie Nelson and Farron Young used to hang out at Tootsie's, and that's where I started when I moved to town, was at Tootsie's. BR549 got their start in at Roberts, and so did Greg Gehring, and like a lot of really cool cats came out of that scene, especially in the '90s, and it's cool to sort of be carrying on that tradition, of real country music coming out of Nashville, which it's few and far between these days. So it's cool. I see a cat back there.
Yeah, that's Gonzo back there.
Yeah.
So I grew up on country music, but I feel like so much of what I know about real classic country music, I've learned by following you. You're like a walking encyclopedia, and there's so much I've gotten into because you have played it or recommended it or whatever. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no, I love country music, and I love turning people on to some shit they might not have heard before. That's like my favorite thing to do. So it's and honestly, I just learned by being down there for so long and talking to some of these folks who've been playing for years and years and years, and learning about stuff that I didn't know prior to moving here, which is cool. I'm always learning, always finding stuff. Uh, Either I didn't know somebody wrote that, or like I didn't know Mel Tillis wrote "Walk On Boy," and I found that out pretty recently. And yeah, it's just cool to learn stuff. It's always cool to keep learning about the shit that I love, and
Mm-hmm.
like being able to admit that there's shit that I don't know about it, which was hard to do. But as I get older, it's easy to be like, yeah, I don't know that song, you know.
Tell me, so you have a show on Gimme Country that I've listened to a bunch. So
Yeah,
that's one way you share stuff. And you've been doing live stream shows during all of this. Talk
yeah.
about the live streams a little bit.
It's cool. It's sort of, it came out of necessity, really, because uh, we were some of the first people to get the can,
Yeah.
downtown. It's and it's still, they're starting to open up now, and I'm not so sure about it, but yeah, I just sort of I was on tour, and the tour got cut short, and I got sent home. I played, I think, one gig, and then they were like, nope, we're pulling the plug on live music. And I was immediately like, oh shit, I didn't even get to finish the whole tour, so I don't get paid for the whole tour. And now I have no money, no income here.
Right.
So it started out of just, I need to work. I need to pay. My bills ain't stopping, you know.
Right.
They should, but they're not. So it just sort of developed out of that. And then I just started, and I was helping out the band at the beginning. We were actually making quite a bit of money doing it. And so I was splitting it 6 ways with my band, my downtown band. But since it's you know, I don't think anybody anticipated this lasting this long. So you know, a lot of people don't have the same cash flow that they had at the beginning of this. So it's gone. The money we've been making has gone down significantly. So I'm not able to split it with the band anymore. But you know, everybody's got their unemployment and stuff is coming in, so it's a little easier now. We've settled into sort of, all right, this is our new reality. You know, we have to find other hustles to make money. But I enjoy doing it, and I think I'm going to keep doing it at least, or you know, at least a couple times a month after everything goes back to normal. While it's all still fucked up, I'm going to do every Monday. But yeah.
I've really enjoyed them. I like how you are taking requests the whole time and talking about the songs.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. And there was one night that I just happened to open Instagram and saw that you were live, stumbled upon it, and you were just watching an old ass SmackDown or something, right? Or Royal Rumble.
I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching. I think I was watching an indie wrestling show. But yeah, I had never gone live on this thing before, so I didn't know what it was all about. And I was just sort of fucking around with it and being weird on the internet.
I'm so glad.
I wanted to see how long I could get people to watch me do nothing on Instagram Live.
I think I stayed on until your phone went dead.
Yeah. It's fun. It's cool. Instagram Live is a wild thing. It's very cool.
When you said weird, I wish I had my Weird Thought Thinker mug, but
yeah, I drink coffee out of that mug pretty much every day.
That's my favorite mug.
Hell yeah.
I talked to Johnny on one of these a couple weeks ago, and I was saying I have all this Josh Hedley shit in my house that's actually merch that Johnny sold to me.
Yeah. I have like 35 pictures of myself that were all hung up in Johnny's house when he had his house here in Nashville. When he was moving, he just gave me all I was like, cool. I've always wanted a bunch of pictures of me.
Did you hang them up?
Yeah.
Are they hanging up in your house?
No, they're in a box.
It would be hilarious if they're hanging. I have a couple of you, I think, hanging in my house.
Nice.
Like touring with Johnny. I'm pretty sure I have at least 2 come to mind.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how many pictures I have of Johnny hanging up. Like, I think if he ever crashed here again, it might be weird.
I'm sure you would love it.
Yeah. But I thought there was one summer where I saw you guys play like 9 times in 2 weeks or something. I was kind of following you around for a while.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were hitting it hard then too. We were always on the road then.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Have you had much of a chance to listen to music? Are you spending any time doing that right now?
Yeah, some. I try. I'm sort of writing right now, so I try not to listen to too much music when I'm writing, but just to keep outside influence out. I have a tendency to write songs that have already been written. I go, yeah, fuck, that's good. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's already a song. That's why I like it so much. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Johnny Horton lately. I've I sort of went backwards a little bit into sort of the more earlier roots of country. That's what's been getting my ear lately.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff a lot of Johnny Horton and like even early Cash and early Elvis and stuff. A lot of stuff that's more hillbilly oriented and no drums, like
Mm-hmm.
sock rhythm, and it's just I like dissecting stuff and figuring out how they do certain things. I'll probably end up being a producer someday, but
So is
for
that
now
coming
I'm
through
still
in
singing.
your writing then? Those things that you're listening to, are you writing more like that for these songs?
Yeah, yeah, I have been. It just sort of I wrote one song that I was like, huh. It came fairly easily for me. Um, the song just sort of came out. It took me about 20 minutes to write, or maybe an hour tops. And then I was like, man, I haven't really listened to this kind of stuff in a long time. And that's what really prompted me to listen, mostly Johnny Horton with kind of rockabilly stuff with Grady Martin on guitar. And I've I've got a little Pro Tools rig at the house, so I've been sort of fucking around with trying to make a record or something while I'm laid up. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like a real record because I'm doing it by myself pretty much at my house. I have a couple outsiders that played on the song. Micah Hulsher that plays with Margot. He's
Mm-hmm.
putting down, probably as we speak, he's putting down some piano on it. But everything's mostly me. I just ordered an electric guitar that should be here soon, and
Oh, wow.
I have not held an electric guitar in probably 6-7 years, something like that. I don't know how to play it, but uh, I'm not wasting anybody's time in the studio but my own right now, so I figure I could piece together some kind of solo on something.
Well, if you
But
end up with a record out of all of this, that will be my biggest silver lining to this whole fucked up situation.
yeah, I'm working on it, so we'll see. I just sort of have, I found, you know, I don't have a label right now and I don't have a manager right now, but I'm a lot more motivated than I was before, so I can sort of handle that shit myself, and I know what I'm doing now more
Mm-hmm.
so than I did when Jukebox came out. I didn't have any fucking idea what I was doing. I mean, they just plucked me out of Sideman world and was like, "Here you go, make a record." And I was like, what's a contract? How does that work?" Like, but yeah, I'm a little more educated on it now, so I'm able to sort of manage my own career a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna see about maybe putting my own shit out on my own label and all that.
I mean, I think if this was your learning experience,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens next. I tell people all the time, this is one of the most perfect records front to back I think I've
Yeah.
ever experienced. It's fuck, dude.
Thank
I
you.
love that record. Anyway, what else? So if this wasn't all going on, where would you be, do you think, middle of May? What would you be doing if it weren't for the current circumstances?
I'd probably be shit faced somewhere. Um, I'd be drunk and I'd be at Roberts probably. Yeah. Instead, I'm stoned at home.
In some ways, that may be a better deal.
It is for me, that's for sure.
And what are you most excited about when all the restrictions are lifted and we can safely move about again? What are you most looking forward to?
Going to see wrestling live again. Yeah, that's what I've been missing most. And we have a local wrestling promotion here called Southern Underground Pro that since I found it, I've not missed one except for this last one. Uh, I had just gotten kicked off the road and come back, and I was bummed out, and I didn't go. And now I didn't know that was going to be the last one for a
Yeah,
really long time.
man, you broke the streak.
Yeah, I know, it's a bummer.
Yeah. Carter had some tickets to go to some pro wrestling something.
Yeah, I looked at his Instagram the other day, and I saw he went to a WWE event. I was like, oh yeah, cool. He's wearing
Yeah.
an Austin 316 shirt. So
Yeah, he follows you specifically on Twitter specifically for wrestling
yeah.
commentary. And so for his 20th birthday, I got him 20 gifts, and one of them was a little Josh Hedley wrestling buddy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty stoked.
I
Oh,
love
I
those
sent you a
things.
picture of him like dropping an elbow on it. That's right. Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite piece of merch that's come out of my demented brain. Uh,
I don't know anybody else who has one of those, so
yeah.
sets
Well,
you apart.
I noticed that there was a couple wrestlers at these indie shows that I would go to that had them, and I found out where they got them from, and I talked to the guy, and like, yeah, that's cool. I'm thinking about getting. He makes bigger ones too, but they're more expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about getting some of those made up and actually rhinestoning them myself.
A bedazzled Josh Hedley wrestling, but sign me up. Take my money.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, to wrap things up, tell us where we can go to find more about you, your music, the live streams you're doing. What do you want people to know?
You can always go to joshuahedley.com. When there is news, it's usually there. Follow me on Twitter if you want to hear me say stupid shit. Look at Instagram at Joshua Hedley on Instagram, at Joshua Hedley on Twitter. I'm doing live streams every Monday on my YouTube channel and my Instagram and the Robert's Western World Facebook page. You could do all that. There's links to all that shit in my bio. Yeah, that's all I really got going on right now is I'm just doing this live stream thing and sort of flirting with a new record. So
All good
that's me.
things.
Yeah.
I'm excited about all of those things. I appreciate you taking some time to talk to me today. I have one more of these talks today with Alan Thompson coming up at 3. What time is it? Yeah, at 3 o'clock. I'm doing these every Sunday until it's safe to leave the house again. And the video will go up on the Cable House Presents YouTube channel or whatever, so I can link and tag to some of the things you talked about. And I really, really appreciate getting to talk to you for a minute, Josh.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to do this. It was fun. Yeah. I don't get a chance to do many of these lately, so yeah, I had a good time. Tell Alan I said hi.
All right, will do. I'll pass that along. You take care, stay safe, and I hope I get to see you play live and in person sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'll have to get up your way soon. So.
Well, you say the word when you're ready. I'll be happy to host you.
Good.
Right.
Thanks, JJ.
Take care.
You too. Bye.